This is Living Life with Nay. I'm going to come to you guys a little bit today about my Asvab and Meps experience. Yes, I am currently a future soldier in the Army. I am a 92 Yankee. I got my job. I got my ship day. I am just ready to go. First, let's talk about the Asvab. The Asvab. Yes, Asvab. It's not hard, no. It's not easy, no. But if you stay consistent when you're studying and you really stay focused and block out the boyfriends, block out the friends, the partying, block it out while you're studying. 30 days. If you're like me and you can't multitask with going out and studying and staying focused, then cut it out, because in the end your career comes first. So just do your research on everything. Dealing with the military, do your research, because a lot of people I come across, they're in the military now and they hate it because they didn't do their research. They don't know what they were getting themselves into. They listen to he say, she say instead of doing their own personal research. I did my research on everything. I ain't even in the military yet, and I know about housing and pay, rank. Like, I know because I did my research. You have to do your research. Your Asvab, I would say study everything. It's 10 subjects. Study it all. Like, don't study one subject and not study the other. Even if you know how to do something, just brush up on it to be on the safe side. Like, just stay consistent with everything. I'm telling you, if you stay consistent, you'll be good. You'll be good. The 10 parts is general science, arithmetic, reasoning, word knowledge, paragraph comprehension, mathematics knowledge, electronics information, auto and shop information, mechanical comprehension, and assembling objects. The main 4 that you really want to focus on is the arithmetic, reasoning, word knowledge, paragraph comprehension, and mathematics. That's what gets you the AFTT score. Your A score basically qualifies you to join a branch. Like, you're good to join a branch. The other subjects is basically qualifying you for a job. Now, see, my recruiter told me to only study those 4 I just told you about. Don't do it. Study everything, because I got the score to join a branch, yeah, but when it came down to picking a job, my line scores, which are the general science, the math, the electronics information and stuff, that qualifies you for a job. So when it came time for me to pick a job, I was up the creek, because he said to focus on those, and that's exactly what I did. So just be sure, like I said, to be on the safe side, just study everything. Like, just study it all. Try to give yourself a good 30 days to study, because you don't want to rush with like a week, or you don't want to take too long, like 3 months. So you kind of know what you need to work on, and if it's going to take you 3 months, then do so. I'm not saying don't, but if it's going to take you 3 months to learn what you need to learn to be on the safe side, then do so. But try to give yourself at least the minimum 30 days. Give yourself a good month to really go over everything, to practice, to focus. You don't have to study 8 hours a day, no, because you can overwhelm yourself. You know what I mean? Just try to figure out a plan for you. Like, you might take a math practice test in the morning, and you might take a reading at night. You might take a science in the evening. You might take a math in the morning. So just kind of figure out a schedule that works for you, and just stay consistent with that schedule, and I promise you'll be good. If you have to make flashcards, please do so, because I made flashcards for my math formulas, like the geometry. I made flashcards. That's how I study that. And as far as science and stuff, it's pretty much just reading and remembering. You know, memorization, just reading and understanding what they're saying, retaining the information, because when you get to the test, it's just basically multiple choice. Unlike math, you have to kind of figure out, it says like solve this. It says like solve for X. Like, you pretty much have to figure out what to do. I'm sorry guys. Pretty much have to figure out like what to do to the problem. So that's pretty much it with that. But like I was saying, as far as when you get in the testing room, like that morning when you get up, try not to cram. Like, if you don't know it, the night before, you're not gonna know it the next day. Like, just don't try to stress your brain. Don't try to cram and find something new. You can do a few practice problems, just brushing up, reviewing, but don't try to learn anything new within that time frame. And that's about it as far as that morning. Like, eat a healthy breakfast. Just pretty much do stuff you normally do. Well, if you don't eat breakfast, you need to eat breakfast, okay? Because you're going to be there waiting all day. Meps you just wait. With everything in the military, it's just a waiting game. You wait. So, eat a good breakfast. Nothing greasy. Nothing that's going to give you gas. Nothing that's going to have your stomach hurting. Just something like a toast, some fruit, an egg, banana, something. And then just give yourself positive thoughts, like positive encouragement. You know what I mean? Like, you can do this. You got it. You prepared. You studied. You got this. Just go in there. It's just a test. Don't let the test take you. You take the test. So, once you get there, you're going to check in. You're going to have your ID and your social. You're going to need that. Those two things you're going to need throughout your whole military career. Like, they're constantly asking for your ID and your social. So, just have it. You're going to go in, give them that. You're going to check in with, like, your fingerprints and how they recognize you in the military in Meps. Is by fingerprinting. So you're going to constantly put your fingerprint in, and that's how you're going to sign in and sign out. So she's going to have you read this book. It's like a blue pamphlet book with like sexual harassment in it. Things about sexual harassment, things you can and cannot take in the ASAP room, and things you can and cannot do while taking the ASAP and while you're in Meps. So then she's going to call your name, tell you to do your fingerprint again, and then you're going to take your test. When you get in the test room, take a breather, because you're going to feel like this is it. And if you're like, my mind goes blank when I start thinking like this is it. Just take a breather, just like I said, keep giving yourself positive thoughts like you can do it. While you're taking your test, don't focus on any other subject. Just focus on the subject that's in front of you. Like, don't try to think about the question you just answered. Don't try to figure out, like, is the next subject going to be hard? Like, just think about what's in front of you. And if you ever feel like you're running out of time on a question, just do an educated guess. Like, that's all you can do. Like, do a process of elimination. Like, if you knock 2 out, you have 50-50 chance of getting your answer correct. So, use strategies. Like, strategies pretty much help when it comes down to taking the test. Like, especially, like I said, process of elimination, back solving with math, picking numbers with math. Like, it's what it is. Unfortunately, math, like I said, it is what it is. So, just do your best and stay focused. Take a breather. And if with the Navy, you don't get your scores until after you leave. Like, after you take your test, you call your recruiter, and they'll give you a score with the phone. With the Army, sometimes they'll give you like an envelope with your score in it. Like, they'll print it out, put it in an envelope, and they'll tell you to give it to your recruiter. And the recruiter then can open the envelope and give it and tell you your score. But if you're in the Navy, they're pretty much just going to tell you when you call. So that's pretty much how that works. After you get your score, congratulations. You are then going to either, if you're in the Navy, you're going to pick a job at Meps. If you're in the Army, you're going to pick a job at your recruiting station. If you don't have it, say if, like I said, the line scores, like me, for example, like me, my line scores weren't as high as they could have been to get a job at my recruiting station. So I had to wait till I got to Meps for them to qualify me for a job. So, I mean, you pretty much just get what's available to you at that point. So that's it. As far as Meps go, you go to the hotel the night before. They give you a briefing about what you can and cannot do while you're at the hotel, and then they tell you what you have to do the next morning to prepare yourself for Meps that day. You're gonna wait. Put me in period. Like, you're gonna wait. It's not a long wait. For me, it wasn't, because like I felt like I got it like at 6, but you pretty much like are constantly moving. It's not like you're just sitting there waiting all day. Like you're constantly doing stuff, whether it's a drug test, whether it's a blood test, whether it's your hearing test. Like you're constantly moving, so it really don't feel like you're just waiting all day, if that makes sense. So just be prepared to wait. That's really about it. Like you're gonna do physical, you're gonna do like a duck walk in your bra underwear, like girls only. You're gonna take a blood test, which test for HIV. You're gonna do a drug test, well, a urine test, which tests for pregnancy. Drug test your protein, your sugar. The doctor's gonna sit down and talk to you. You're gonna take a breathalyzer test as well, so just be ready for that. You're gonna sit down with the doctor, and you're gonna have a male doctor. If you're female, you're gonna have a male. If you're male, you're gonna have a female. So you are just going to go over that with them. You're basically like your medical part you just did, and then they're going to tell you either you qualify to join the branch or you don't. And I've seen people come in there and they don't qualify and they cry their eyes out because they either told the doctor something that they weren't supposed to say, or their recruiter told them not to say, or just whatever the case was. So just be careful with the whole medical thing. Like they're going to try to scare you at Meps and tell you, well, if you don't tell us this, you're going to go to jail for fraud, have to pay a fine, and all the other stuff. But your recruiter should let you know what to say and kind of what not to say. You do not get your HIV and your drug test results right then. They have to send it off to a lab, so that takes time. Like, I heard 3 days, I heard weeks, I heard months. So, I mean, you don't know, but just be good on that part. That's pretty much it. And then you're going to swear in. That is the amazing part about the whole experience. Like, after that long day, you're going to swear in. You're going to put your right hand up and repeat what the officer says you repeat. You're going to sign a contract, and that's it. And you basically wait till you leave for basic training. I mean, it's not... It could be a long process depending on your recruiter and you as well, and just things. Because I know people who took their Asvab 1 week, they went to Meps next week, they joined, and now they just waiting. Mine went like a week, waited, another week. We had to so it kind of took a while, but it didn't take that long. So just for the most part, like I said, Asvab is the biggest thing that hold people back from joining the military. Like that's like the biggest thing that can hold someone back. So just be sure to study, take your time. There's plenty of practice tests out there. Just figure out what works for you. Take it serious, focus, stay consistent. You should be good. Easy breezy, like easy breezy. And that's really about it. So right now I'm pretty much just waiting for my ship date, which is August 29th. I leave, and I'm cleaning out my room right now, like packing up all of my stuff just to kind of get it cleaned out, so when I come back from basic or AIT, I can just pack up and go. Like, because you're gonna have to take all of your stuff with you after AIT, because that's when you're getting your first duty station. I mean, you don't have to, but I mean, I'm just gonna take all my stuff with me after AIT. I don't see why leaving stuff at my mom's house and then so that's pretty much it for today's video. Like I said, this is my very first video on my channel, and I'm really excited. So please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. It's gonna be way more than this. I'm telling you guys, like, it's gonna be crazy. Like, we're gonna turn up on this channel. Got me? So once again, this is Living Life with Nay, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to try to record videos. What today's date is? Today is Wednesday, July 6th. So I'm going to try to record videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. I'm going to try. Okay? I'm going to let y'all know if I'm late though. But it's going to be definitely on a Monday and a Wednesday and a Friday. But if something come up, I'll make sure that my followers, my subscribers, know what's going on. Thank you guys for watching and taking the time out to entertain me. And I am going to check back in with you guys on Friday And that's pretty much it. So I will talk to you guys later.